Steve Tobin is an innovative glassblower who is not bound by tradition. His 12-foot-high glass sculptures are the largest blown glass pieces ever created. Steve lives in an old farmhouse in Coopersburg, Pennsylvania. It is here at his barn studio that he and his 3 assistants, his goat, and his dog, work in creating his latest sculptures entitled Cocoons.
Don't forget. More.
I work with a team of people. I work with 3 assistants because my pieces are so large. Most glass blowing is done alone or with 1 assistant, but I need 3 people to help me turn the blowpipe. These are some of the larger pieces ever made and require a lot of relief, physical relief, handing the piece off from one person to the other so we can rest. So we really work together as a team, and the feeling and the moment of the team is very important in the piece. If everybody's enthusiastic and energetic, then we have the energy to complete a piece with finesse. If we're tired and dragged down, then the piece, it reflects in the piece. I take about an hour to build up the glass on the blowpipe with the colored patterns and the layers that I want, and then I reheat the piece and elongate it. At that point, I hand it off to one of my assistants, and I will add a spiral around the piece. This is the most difficult part of the process, because the thin neck of the piece is supporting a 9-foot long sculpture, and at that point it can fall off at any time. When I separate the piece from the blowpipe, I just touch the neck with a drop of water, and that cracks the hot glass and the piece falls off.
Steve has just briefly explained a process which is not as simple as he has made it sound. It is a fascinating choreography of men, fire, molten glass, heat, sweat, and passion. Steve acts as the artistic commander who shouts commands which are unhesitatingly followed. Now you are going to experience the process Steve just explained from the inside of his studio as he and his team execute a glass cocoon. You are lucky though, because you won't experience the sauna-like atmosphere which normally accompanies glass blowing. You will hear the constant hissing of the furnaces. You'll see the small orb of glass grow and become shaped into an elongated piece of sculpture. And you'll watch a finely tuned team create a thing of beauty.
An interesting aspect of working with the glass and the furnaces is learning how individually to deal with the heat that is put out by the glass. You have to get very close to it and your clothes will start smoldering, and you have to learn how to move to let the heat pass through you or by you, and you have to learn how to set your mind so that the heat doesn't bother you, because if you don't let the heat pass through you, then you're not going to keep your mind on your work. That's a real factor. Some people cannot get near the furnaces, even if they want to. And it's how they set their mind. I designed my furnaces to make the piece that I have in my drawings, so that each piece of equipment is designed to make a certain piece. My equipment is versatile so that I can do a range of work. What makes my equipment unique is the size of it. I'm blowing pieces up to 12 feet long, so I have ovens that are 12 feet long. I use a forklift to move heavy pieces around the studio when I can't lift them by hand. So some furnaces are set to take molds in and out of with a forklift.
I interviewed Steve's 2 Japanese assistants and asked them why they are in America working with Steve.
He's a great artist, and Steve Tobin's studio is very open, very free. That's why I can do anything.
He's doing a great, such crazy blowing. He blew 8 feet piece, 9 feet piece. That's incredible for me, and I can learn a lot. So this is a great experience for me. And also, I'm interested about his way. He always growing up, getting better. So that's why I like him.
Well, I feel that Steve's studio is one of the more progressive studios in the United States, and I think in the years to come, certainly people are going to have to follow his lead. The things I'm sure that will come out of this studio will be, what can I say, it's going to break new ground in glass in the United States, and I think people are going to be chasing Steve for a couple of years, trying to do work in the same quality. And so I feel as this is the best place for me. It's the place where my talent can come out the most. So I'm very happy to be here. We were blowing in the Murano in Venice, and people just accepted us so, the acceptance was overwhelming. And of course, they accepted us through glass. Their respect was through what Steve could do, through what they saw us making. And what can I say? When people turn around and they say, you know, that they feel as if he's a young maestro, that's not words that they just throw around loosely. I mean, they really mean it.
After I'm finished blowing some pieces, I will carve patterns into the surface. So I blow colors across the whole form, and then I'll carve different scenes. The series of etched pieces that I have are called Manhattan bowls. I display them with neon on the wall or on a table. And each piece tells a story. Each symbol adds up to the whole piece as a story. My career as a glass artist has been a career of change. I never stick with an idea more than 2 years. I'm always interested in the next piece, not the piece that I've just made. So I expect to leave behind what I'm doing now and move on to better things. I'm not trying to make great art when I sit down to make a piece. I'm trying to satisfy myself.
As long as there has been glass, there have been glass blowers. A local artist trying to perfect his craft is breaking glass to break a record. Gerald Colpan has the story.
Whoa! Stop. How's my face shield holding up? Is it wrinkly?
If you're attempting to make the largest blown glass bottle on Earth to break the record of 108 gallons, the result can be a shattering experience.
Why did it fall off?
Try again, which is what is necessary for the job, along with heat, 2100 degrees of heat, a solid pole to blow air through, and the expertise of a world-famous glass artist like Bucks County's Steve Tobin.
Good. Get it up.
This was done every year in the 1800s up until 1904 when they blew the biggest bottle. And since then, nobody's put together a team that can do it.
Good. Down, out. God, it's like driving a Cadillac. I love it.
It becomes a symphony of timing, getting the glass the right temperature, the people moving together the right way. The piece, if any part of the piece gets below 1,000 degrees when we blow it, it will shatter, as you saw on the last piece. When I work, I wear a face shield, and the face shield starts to melt, and it looks like I'm looking through a corrugated piece of glass. Everything is melting.
Same angle as me, David. Hit that top part of the neck.
It's very important to let the heat pass through you. If you're repelling the heat and it's pushing you, if it's pushing your mind and your energy, then you'll never be able to work this close to this much heat. I don't like the heat. I'm in the wrong business for this.
Help me, Don! Let's go!
And is the bottle more than 108 gallons? Well, but this is just a practice run, and if you'd like to see the real thing, Steve Tobin and crew will attempt to blow the world's largest bottle at Wheaton Village, September 26th and 27th.
Go! Go! Pick it up! Go, Dale!
In Millville, New Jersey, Gerald Colpan, the 10 o'clock news.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to welcome you to Wheaton Village for what we think is an historic weekend. Yesterday, on the first attempt, the glass blowing team, under the direction of Steve Tobin, blew the world's largest bottle to date. We blew a 193-gallon bottle yesterday morning. This morning, and we're going to try to better that record today. We're going to make a couple more attempts, see if we can make a larger one still.
I wanted to say a few words about what's happening here at the village. This is a fascinating experience. It's
Lift up. Lift up. Good, blow. Get this in, take it. Blow hard. Lift up. Lift up. This is a good one. Lift up. Go up a foot. Good, blow. Stop, Don. Good, good. Open the ball. Come up a little, Don. Come out easy, guys. Come out easy. Lift up a little, Don. Up. Take the harness over there. The harness over. Good. It's good. Take your time. You got plenty of time. Get under. A little more. More. Up. Okay, down. Down. Make this quick, guys. Get ready for the break. Healthy, Don. Let's go. Healthy, Don. Keep it from Kevin. Okay, push, push. Hold it, Don. You gotta pull it, Dave. Pull. 1, 2, 3, pull. Hard, fast. Let's go. I got it. Get up. Go, go. Get up. Go, Dale. Pick it up by hand. Straight. Get it in straight. Take doors. Good. Get the pillow in there. Everything touches our hands. All right. When I break it, we're going to get 2 2x4s. Where's the baseball bat? Guys, I want you to reach forward and pick up. No. Guys, yeah. You're going to reach forward and pick up. On the, just a little weight. Ready? Now. Ready? Get out of here, guys. 1, 2, 3. Put it in, Werner. Give me a piece of steel. Okay, just one person. Okay, shut it. It's fine. Okay, Don, get right on the temperature of the annealer. Yeah. Right here. Yeah. Somebody read the temperature of the annealer.
Like a child lost in the wilderness, till I reach my destination. I won't rest, 'cause I'm willing, and I'm able, I'm ready to place my cards on the table. There's some kings in my deck and a queen or two, so you know there ain't nothing that I wouldn't do. Nothing that I won't do.
I'll lay my cards on the table tonight. Don't take me like my flow hit you just like a lead pipe while I'm clocking. You just ain't fast about the boots I'm knocking. It ain't like that. Besides, I keep the gym so get off my back. In fact, you lack the next step back before I show you how fool acts, baby.